Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video I'm just going to be reviewing Arcane League of Legends. This is a Netflix show which has been suggested to me several times repeatedly by my lesbian audience. I mean, some of you are probably bisexual or other little identities, yeah. But anyway, I have given this show a chance because you asked me to, and I live to serve my audience. No, I don't. That's weird. I don't. But I decided to give the show a chance. I ended up binging it in 2 days, and here we are. Here is your promised review. I didn't promise a review, but here's okay. I would have got this review out to you guys a lot sooner. It's just I spent the past day crying because real life is kind of sad sometimes. Okay, so for people who don't know anything about Arcane League of Legends, it's a Netflix show based upon the game League of Legends, and the show is about the origins of two of the characters from that game, Vi and Powder. Powder is later named Jinx, so Vi and Jinx, Vi and Powder, you get it. I actually have played my fair share of video games in the past, so the kind of style and feel of the show was very familiar to me. But even though I have played my fair share of video games, I really don't know anything about League of Legends because actually I've never played that. However, you don't really need to have played the game to watch and enjoy this show. And a huge plus about this show is Hailee Steinfeld voices the character of Vi, so I'm now literally watching and reviewing 3 shows with Hailee Steinfeld in. Apparently this is a Hailee Steinfeld stan channel. You know, I'm reviewing Dickinson, I'm reviewing Hawkeye, and I'm now reviewing this, you know? She has the range, darling. Honestly, I really loved this show, and I didn't think that I was going to, just because I was unfamiliar with League of Legends, and I just wasn't sure what to expect. But actually, as I say, I just ended up binging it, and yeah, it's good. I'm not surprised there's a lot of hype around this show. Firstly, it's a very beautiful piece of art. I mean, really, I'm not especially knowledgeable about visual arts and animation, but I could really appreciate all the work that went into making something like this, and the end product is just, it's stunning. And secondly, the diversity in this show was so refreshing, and they did it in a way where it was organic, you know? Nobody was a token, the characters were all fleshed out and served a purpose. I mean, there's such a vast range of women in this show who really stand on their own. They don't just exist for sexual gratification or as prizes to be won, and I was really impressed. I mean, the show is really cool. I also think the dialogue and the narrative in this show was pretty solid. There's a lot of commentary about class and capitalism, which you could unpack. I'm not going to, but somebody who's far more intelligent than me in those areas could definitely have a lot of fun deconstructing this show. I think my favourite character in the show is Jinx, just because she's absolutely batshit insane, and I don't mean that in kind of like an offensive way. I do understand that she's suffering with quite a lot of trauma and mental health issues, which should be taken seriously, but just on an entertainment level, I just love the fact that she is, yes, batshit insane. I do also love Vi, but that's just because I'm a dyke, yeah. But to be honest, there's not a character in this show that I dislike. I love all the characters because they're all so fleshed out and amazing. I mean, seriously, there's just been so much work put into this show, and it's an intelligent show. Just, yeah, it's amazing. I really don't have any criticisms or dislikes for this show. The only thing that I could maybe split hairs about is I find the show quite overly emotional at points, but that's just because I'm dead inside. You know, I died a long time ago, just my physical being is still here, so that's probably just a me thing. But anyway, on to the lesbianism, or the implied lesbianism. Okay, so Vi and Caitlyn clearly have feelings for each other. I think this is made quite obvious in the show. However, it hasn't quite been resolved just yet. And as a side note, Vi calling Caitlyn Cupcake, it just gave me a lot of Carmilla flashbacks. It was an experience. I love Vi and Caitlyn as a potential couple. I think there's just so much depth of feeling and intimacy between them already, and this really shines through in their moments together, you know? But I hope in season 2 that this romance is actually solidified, and, you know, they portray that yeah. Come on, that moment in the rain, there was a clear chance for a kiss there, and they didn't take it. The thing is, the show is and it isn't about relationships. I mean, they don't really go too heavy on the romance, even in terms of the heterosexual relationships in the show. So I don't think it was necessarily shady that they didn't solidify a lesbian romance in season 1. However, I did notice that after the lesbian or bisexual implications happened in episode 5, the audience was immediately treated to a very overt heterosexual love scene. And I felt like this sequence of events was done on purpose so they didn't alienate their heterosexual audience by having, I don't know, 1 or 2 lesbian or bisexual characters in the show. I'm pretty sure straight people can still enjoy a show where 1 or 2 of the characters are gay. And overtly gay, not just early 90s suggestive gay. Cool. And look, the show doesn't owe anything to anyone. It doesn't owe lesbian audiences some big romance. But I think if you're going to explore a lesbian relationship, then just commit to it. You don't need to suggest it and then be vague about it whilst the straight couple is banging it out on screen. That said, if the show is going for a very slow burn approach with Vi and Caitlin, I would understand the process a bit more. Maybe they're trying to develop something very intimate and deep and meaningful, as opposed to just giving us a quick, meaningless physical interaction. I'm not saying that's what Mel and Jace had, but if you compare the two, yeah, it's like the early seasons of Xena almost. Okay. I mean, if we're lucky, Vi and Caitlin might confess their feelings to each other in season 2, and we might even see a handshake. Okay guys, if you've seen this show, please let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment. The minute you click subscribe, it's like, why did I do that? And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.